Hello. I'm gonna point the camera at something more positive. 2 days away from Christmas, so got the stuff up. But today, I want to document a world-devastating event that we can still feel the effects of 23 years later. I can't tell you the last time things felt truly normal. Clean food and water are still difficult to come by to this day. The weather doesn't feel the same. It happened 23 years ago. You would think the world would forget the normalcy, but we haven't. We're all desperate to rebuild and get back to it. But the Astro Fury event has sent civilization back thousands of years. It took 21 years to finally get a normal home again. Harsh reality is, things may never get back to what they once were. For those who didn't live through it, we're going to talk about the Astro Fury event.
A large and catastrophic tsunami wave generated from the asteroid impact approximately 54 miles off the coast of southeast New Jersey is on a direct path for Atlantic City and multiple locations across the Atlantic coast. Most of the eastern United States coast is expected to be underwater. Millions of lives will be tragically lost. Embrace yourself calmly for the impact. If even possible, though extremely unlikely, do whatever you possibly can to protect yourself and your loved ones. The tsunami wave is 1 kilometer high and will impact the coast shortly. Entire states will become sea. Evacuation is not possible and will only put your life in further jeopardy. Underground shelters will not save you, as there is a major risk of water breaching and you will not be able to escape alive. Floodwaters will be exceptionally high. This is not the only danger that will be present to the United States. Those on the West Coast should prepare themselves for catastrophic climate events due to the impact. Folks, we will now have to cut transmission. We wish everyone well and safety. We send our sympathies for all the lives that will be lost. Good luck and goodbye.
This station has interrupted its regular program to participate in the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Please stand by for the following information. A large tsunami wave has struck the coast of New Jersey approximately 45 minutes ago. The entire state of New Jersey is now completely underwater. Catastrophic flooding will occur across surrounding states. The death toll from the floods will be calamitous. An evacuation order has been issued for all residents far enough west in the eastern states. Gather your belongings and get out now.
Do not hesitate. Soon it will be too late. Get out while you still can. Shelters are available in the western U.S. states. Go there immediately. Leave all non-essential belongings behind. Do not let anyone slow you down. If you cannot evacuate yourself, call 911 immediately. Your government wishes you all safe travels to your new destination.
My name is James Rann. I am a New England survivor of the Astro Fury event. How did I survive? I don't even know. I guess it's just luck, though not sure I believe in that anymore. When the tsunami hit the Atlantic, I had absolutely zero clue how I was going to escape, let alone survive. I didn't have a car, my family lived in Ireland, and for obvious reasons could not come. It was a miracle I was able to get rescued by the National Guard and relocated to a shelter in Boise. The pure anxiety and horror of that moment, it was beyond comprehension for me. There's no other way to say it. I'm lucky to be alive. But the story doesn't quite end there.
My fellow Americans, the last few days have been a tragedy of significant consequence. On May 20th, a mega tsunami struck the Atlantic coast. This was the largest tsunami ever recorded at 3,789 feet and has completely flooded out the Atlantic coast, claiming the lives of thousands of people thus far, sparking the biggest calamity humanity has ever faced, leaving cities and states swept to sea and or flooded out. Millions of lives have been deeply impacted by Cepheus and the disaster it caused. The tsunami, while a catastrophic disaster, is not even close to being the final blow for us all. Air quality is the worst it has ever been, due to legions of dust kicked into the atmosphere. The sun has been blocked. Daylight is gone. Worldwide temperatures will drop significantly.
I remember getting to Boise, and I was frantically trying to find out what had happened to my home state. For me, it was really a expect the worst, but hope for the best. It took 5 hours to finally get any information on my state, and before I knew it, it was gone.
This is an urgent update on the tsunami generated in the Atlantic Ocean. The wave is moving further inland, with the last sighting in Philadelphia. The tsunami will continue to grow and move further inland until it crashes down somewhere near Buffalo, New York, or possibly even moving further, all the way into Ontario. There is no point in evacuation. Please seek the highest level of shelter possible for your safety. The National Guard is trying to transport people through planes to a shelter out west, but please be aware that these shelters have very limited capacities, and so not everyone can be transported. In addition, there is seismic activity ongoing off the coast of Maine and Massachusetts. The likelihood of a powerful earthquake is very high, and if it occurs, another tsunami may generate. The first wave is not always the largest. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, some of Delaware and Maryland are already being consumed by the tsunami wave. When the tsunami crashes, more devastating flooding will occur and will be present hundreds of miles from the crash site. Brace yourselves and good luck.
Earthquake warning for San Antonio, Texas. Significant seismic activity is underway. Violent shaking is expected shortly. Stop what you're doing immediately and drop to the ground. Cover yourself under a sturdy table and hold on. Again, violent shaking expected shortly.
Stop what you're doing immediately and drop to the ground. Cover yourself under a sturdy table.
This is the Emergency Broadcast System, in cooperation with the United States Geological Survey. Approximately 29 minutes ago, an intense earthquake with a magnitude of more than 9 on the Richter scale rocked the state of Texas. The quake could be felt all across the Midwestern states, with even reports of shaking as far as Arizona. More earthquakes, likely intense with a lethal aftershock, will occur across the Midwestern region through the next several days. Please brace yourself and prepare for more earthquakes that are likely to hit the area. If an earthquake occurs, drop to the ground, crawl as quickly as you can under a table, and hold on tightly. The United States Geological Survey will continue to provide updates on any future earthquakes.
Had to, adjust the camera a bit. But anyways, I remember being in Amarillo as the quakes occurred. That thing rattled the entire state. When it first started, it was like a little tremor, but then all of a sudden, it was like a worse shaking than I honestly could have imagined. The quake went on for, can't really put my finger on exactly how long, but it certainly felt like 30 minutes to me. You could hear buildings completely collapse. Dust and debris kicked up everywhere. Rubble of buildings shrouded in dust. Thousands of people trapped under the wreckage, including me. My home collapsed, on me. I'm only alive today because I was able to grab my motorcycle helmet, conveniently right on the table, and I just dropped down as fast as possible. I can only imagine what would have happened to me if it wasn't for that. It felt like the end for me. And sadly for most, it was the end. And the horror didn't stop in just Texas.
Tsunami warning for the coast of Southern California. An extremely violent earthquake with a magnitude of 8 on the Richter scale has struck off the coast of the Hawaiian island of Maui. As a result, a large tsunami wave has generated and is expected to hit the Southern California coast. Exact wave heights cannot be determined, but keep in mind that this is a mega tsunami, expected to be almost as large as the one that hit New Jersey. A mega tsunami can travel very far across the ocean and then inland, destroying anything in its path. All residents of Southern California must evacuate north immediately, or far enough inland as a safety precaution. You have time. Do not stay behind. Catastrophic impacts will occur. Leave now. Another emergency message will be sent out shortly for the citizens of Hawaii, as Hawaiian Islands are also at risk for a tsunami. For our Southern California residents, please remain tuned for more information. For Hawaiian residents, stand by.
A powerful earthquake has rocked the Maui coast. As a result, significant damage has been confirmed across the islands. Buildings have collapsed, and there are reports of land and mountain crumblings. In addition, a volcanic and tsunami threat is considerable for the islands. Please keep in mind that a violent aftershock could occur at any moment. Due to dangerous air conditions, evacuation of the island may not be possible. Do not try to swim away from the island. Do not panic. Make whatever decision you possibly can to keep you and your family safe. Leave pets behind. They will only slow you down further when trying to get to safety. Do whatever you can to prepare for the worst possible outcome. God bless you all. This is a message from the United States government. The cataclysmic effects of Cepheus has rocked our planet. We have to take accountability for our failures with this. We significantly underestimated the asteroid and downplayed the severity of the damages. A 1.5 mile wide asteroid hit 55 miles off the eastern coast. We widely miscalculated this. The entire eastern United States has been completely decimated, with the mega tsunami turning the remains into sea. The western U.S. is all that remains for now, but is not safe. Extreme, deadly dust and debris has completely covered the United States. This will drastically change the climate and will lower global temperatures by at least 15 degrees. This will lead to the extinction of many, if not all, bird species. To add insult to injury, Another catastrophic tsunami is on a direct path toward the Pacific coast. The tsunami will travel as far inland as New Mexico or Texas. We are done downplaying the situation. This will be unsurvivable. We do not want to cause public panic, but you all deserve to know the truth about your fate. Sadly, life in North America will be mostly wiped out. In addition, the 2-mile fragment that hit Africa has completely wiped the continent, with catastrophic earthquakes reported across the Middle East, Europe, and Asia, with most earthquakes on the Richter scale of 8 or higher, leaving cities decimated to the point of an unimaginable nuclear accident. 73% of the world's water has been contaminated and is not safe to drink. Food will be increasingly difficult to come by, as many species will face extinction due to the drastic changes in the Earth's environment. The United States government will do whatever we possibly can to provide for survivors, but it is wise not to solely depend on us. Good luck to you all. While life is damaged, the Earth will prevail.
A global catastrophe has been declared. All of the world's continents have been devastated from the effects of asteroid Cepheus, with tsunamis completely flooding entire parts of each continent, along with earthquakes completely destroying land and seawalls. Environmental conditions are the worst in human history, and most of the western United States is being engulfed in wildfires due to historically dry conditions. Signals are down worldwide, and we are running on very low power. As a result, this is the final activation of the emergency broadcast system. You all must do whatever you possibly can to survive. Good luck to you all.
Pretty much after that, we were left to fend for ourselves. Technology was down. It was just like how it was for the early man. Civilization had collapsed and over 1 million people died. Survival was not likely for many, but due to quick-witted decisions, I am here today. I also find it very appealing that we are filming this documentary during the holiday season. I believe it is fitting. Because Christmas, it resembles hope to the world. A hope, a peace, and a will to unite. That is what those of us who remain did to survive. I cannot express how grateful I am to be alive. We are slowly rebuilding our lives after an apocalyptic event. After the social collapse, we had very little hope. But as I sit in front of my little tree, I can assure you all, there is hope. We are alive today because of it. 'Tis the season to be jolly.